to share some strategies that you can use on your own. Okay, so sometimes when we are reading, at least this happens to me, when I am reading, I come to a word I don't know. And then I have to, because when I don't know the word, then it doesn't make sense, because I'm stuck on the word and I keep trying to reread, and sometimes, you know, it just makes it so the book doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Does that ever happen to you? If you're reading and you get stuck on a word? Well, today I'm here to show 3 things that you can do as a reader. 3 questions you can ask yourself when you come to those words you don't know. Because that's really the point, is to make sure that we're reading accurately so that we can understand the book, right? So the 3 questions that we're going to ask ourselves, and we're going to practice this today with our words that are covered, are what makes sense, what looks right, and what sounds right. Okay? So I have some words covered up here. These are going to be the words that we're going to pretend we don't know. We have to ask our questions. So when you feel comfortable, you're going to join me in the reading. And I know this is your first time with the poem, so you might want to wait to join in, but when you feel comfortable and ready, go for it, okay? So we're going to practice this. Summer Greetings by Rebecca K. Dotledge. Today's the day that summer comes. Goodbye to cold. Hello to something. So you come to that word you don't know, but at first ask what makes sense. So what would make sense there? You can't see the letters, right? What would make sense? Christian, what would make sense?
Say hi, would it?
Say what?
Hot.
Hot. Would that make sense? Goodbye to cold. Hello to hot. Absolutely. Rachel, how about you?
Sun.
Sun. Would that make sense? Goodbye to cold. Hello to sun. That makes sense. What else? What else would make sense?
Hot.
Serene.
Warm.
Warm. Goodbye to cold. Hello to warm. Definitely. So we have some good guesses about what would make sense. Now we have to use our question. What looks right? That's when we have to make sure what we think makes sense matches the letters. So I'm going to show you the first letter, okay? It starts with an S, and it's sort of a small word, right? Because it's only fitting under that little post-it right there. So goodbye to cold, hello to, what do you think it is?
Sun.
Sun. How do you know, Drexel? How do you know that's sun?
There's not the other words that start with S.
Okay, so it makes sense, right? And it starts with an S, and it's a small word. So if it was sun, what would the last letter be? U-N. Let's see if you're right. Very good. So you guys just did it. You just thought about what makes sense, what looks right, and we had to check to make sure it sounds right. And I think it does. Hello to rose and vines of green, to lettuce leaves. Oh, hello beans. Today's the day for something trees. And we know ing, so that's there for us. So, first thing we ask is what makes sense. So what makes sense there? Can't see the letters. Serene?
Climbing.
Climbing trees, does that make sense? What else can you do in the summer with trees? Planting trees. Evie?
Watering trees.
Oh, that's a really good thing to do, especially when it's this hot out, isn't it? Very good thing to do. So today's the day for climbing trees. So we all of those make sense. So now we can't just make up our own story, can we? We have to make sure that it matches the letters. So it's C-L. Jacob, what do you think? What do you think it is?
Climbing.
Climbing. Let's check. And today's the day for climbing trees. We answered all our questions. So let's start right here. Today's the day for climbing trees, for jumping rope and skinning knees, for swinging high and skipping fast and reading books, something at last. I know this one's a little bit tricky. So Christian, what's your guess?
Outside.
Ooh, why do you think it's outside?
Because it says swinging high and skipping fast and reading at last.
Oh, because you're thinking that these are things that you're doing outside? Yeah,
Summer.
Summertime. So good. I like how you're using what you already know about summer to make a really good prediction about what that word might be. That's what we do as readers. Okay? So, outside. Anything else work there? You can think of? That's a tough one, huh? Skipping fast and reading books. I'm going to give you the first part. Let's check. Out. Evie?
I think that it's outside.
You think it's outside? Why do you think that, Evie?
Because out is in the first part of outside.
Yes. And that we already said that made sense, right? Very good. Look at that. You guys solved all those words. Now look how you did that. All the words were covered up. You didn't know going into it. That's just like the words that you don't know when you're reading. So if you ask these 3 questions and you really think about it, I bet you're able to. I bet that's going to help you to solve those words and help you to make better sense of what you're reading.